Good evening. It is Christmas Eve in New York, and the talk of the town is not peace on earth, but the violence among us, this time in the subways, where a vigilante and his gun brought terror this past weekend. The victims were 4 teenagers. Eyewitness News has been on top of this story from the very start of it, and tonight we have team coverage as police press their search for the vigilante. We begin with Milton Lewis, who spent this day riding with people who trust their lives to the subways every day.
I think he did right.
By shooting these guys.
Sure, they tried to mug him.
I think what he did was completely wrong. I mean, I think I'm a law student.
Two views as police distributed a sketch of the white man sought for the shooting last Saturday afternoon of 4 black male teenagers who allegedly tried to rob him.
He was wrong.
I think he was, protecting himself. This is around the Christmas holiday. You got to look out for yourself.
The shootings occurred on the IRT southbound number 2 train, known as the Deuce, as it was approaching the Chambers Street station, a few blocks from City Hall. The wanted suspect is described as between 25 and 30, about 5'10", 150 to 160 pounds, thin build, golden blonde hair, and wearing glasses.
The trial for the events of December 1984 will come in the fall of 1986. After the highest court in the state unanimously ruled that Bernhard Goetz will have to face attempted murder and assault as well as weapons charges, Goetz attorneys threw in the towel on efforts to delay or defuse the indictment.
Basically, I think it's Mr. Goetz's wish to go forward, have a jury hear and see what went on in the subway, and be exonerated.
Today's appeals court ruling goes far beyond simply reinstating charges that had been dropped by the lower courts. The ruling includes new extensive quotes from Goetz confessions, taped with Goetz consent by police in New Hampshire after he turned himself in there. Goetz, according to his own statements at the time, decided to, quote, murder the 4 youths, to hurt them, to make them suffer as much as possible, before any of the youths made any threatening moves. In fact, said Goetz in his statement, he made the decision on who to shoot first, while Troy Canty, one of the 4 youths shot on the subway train, had a smile on his face after Canty had asked Goetz for $5. The court decision also refers to Goetz's statement that he shot one youth, Darrell Cabey, after Cabey had fled and after Goetz had followed Cabey to the far end of the subway car. Cabey was shot in the back after Goetz said, quote, "You don't look so bad, here's another."
There's no way a jury in this country, unless there are 12 Klansmen on that jury, could say that action was motivated by some self-defense.
After surrendering, Goetz is said to have told police, "If I was a little more under self-control, I would have put the barrel against Cabey's forehead and fired. If I had more bullets, I would have shot them again and again and again." Darrell Cabey, who is paralyzed, and his mother issued a statement.
To put it in a word, they're overjoyed. She said, after a lot of prayer, our prayers have finally been answered. Mr. Goetz, who's been walking the streets proudly as a hero, will have to answer for the actions he took, which placed my son in a wheelchair for the rest of his life.